Get a deal, but I'm ballin', ballin'. I came from nothing to something like it's nothing. Yeah, you know I done it. That is no discussion, bitch. I'm ballin', ballin'. I made a promise to my mom.
Alright, what's up, y'all? It's your boy Goonspeak back in with another video. This video is gonna be talking about the. I can't. So no, as soon as I heard Richard mute his mic, I was dead. I heard him mute his mic, and I was weak. Oh my god. Oh snap.
Why was you weak?
Because you just muted your mic. I thought you was over there dying. I'm over here trying to do my intro. You can't just mute your mic like that.
I mute before you do your intro.
I don't know. I'm gonna just continue the video now. If you're having a good old laugh about it.
Okay.
Alright, what's up, y'all? It's your boy Goonspeak. I'm be talking to y'all about Destiny 2 with my friend Noah, aka Bloodfeeder89. It's basically we be talking about what we like to see in Destiny 2. It's like a review video, but not a review simply because we can't play it, and for some reason I can't get gameplay in the background playing for y'all because I don't have that kind of editing software with me right now. It's somewhere else. But basically, we will be talking about what we like to see and what we like to improve in Crucible and Strikes in a playlist. So far, all we know is like every subclass has its own shields from what we've seen like throughout the land play when they announced Destiny 2. Every subclass has like its own shield. Like the Warlock has this shield where it can shoot through, and the Titan has this shield where he can't shoot through, but he could take more bullets than a Warlock shield. And I didn't see what the Hunters have. I didn't see what kind of shield they have. So my good old friend Bloodfeeder, what kind of subclasses would you like to, what kind of improvement would you like to see in the subclasses?
Now personally with the Striker, I've noticed that it's a mobile fucking fist of havoc. Now, me as a person, I despise the fucking fist of havoc, but at the same time, I love fucking using it. So, vice versa there. Yeah, just I don't know how that's gonna work, how overpowered it might be, but then again, the Warlock has a fucking sword, so I'm happy with that.
True, and he can throw it.
I don't know too much about the Blade Dancer or the spear fucking wielding dude. But other than that, like, I think the spear shit's fucking cool as hell, and the gunslinger being toned down just a little bit is nice in my book, so it doesn't like completely break the game, which I really like.
True, and I would like to put my 2 cents on the Titan. What he means by mobile Titan strike is like you can repeatedly slam in Destiny 2 with the Titan now. Like I don't know how many times you can slam. I've seen someone at a LAN event slam like at least 3 times. Like you can run with the Titan smash. You can actually see it in one of the Destiny 2 reveal trailers. One of the I think I keep forgetting what the Vanguard Titan dude's name is, but he runs and smashes like 3 times in a row. And some people say because the Titan Smash is still OP from what it was in Destiny 1 year round, you know, when you try to melee him mid-air or something like that, he's like vulnerable from all attacks. If you just imagine that repeatedly over and over, just imagine how many double feeds you will get. And meaning that Crucible now is on 4v4 platform, and it's all throughout PC and all that, then it makes it even harder to, you know, withstand the Titan's ability to keep slamming over and over again. Speaking of 4v4, how you think that the 4v4 is going to turn out? Meaning that since we only have 3 subclasses, how is that going to be overpowered? Like just imagine all 4 people running Titans, and when they get there smashed, they just keep smashing you repeatedly, or those lightning grenades.
It's gonna be a very interesting experience, nevertheless, to say. Now, by no means would it take the fun out of it, because I'm not gonna lie, I personally ran into a Destiny lobby with nothing but Defender Titans, and I was part of that little group. And it's actually a lot funner than you realize it. Now, it's not fun for the enemy team until they realize you're trying to train around the whole map. I haven't personally seen that, but I've seen it on a YouTube video. That shit's fucking cool as hell. They trained around the whole map with bubbles. That was their objective. It was nice.
Yeah,
But,
it does seem a little bit nice to train with the Titans with the bubbles. Keep getting orbs repeatedly after it.
Yeah. Now with the 4v4 thing, I am kind of disappointed because I don't know if it'll be more slow paced or if they're going to make the map smaller. But I'm disappointed that they took the larger amount of players, like the 6-on-6, because I like the chaos because there's a lot of shit, a lot of people to kill. Supers like crazy. Personally, I hope they keep mayhem and keep some of the old game modes. Like I want them to keep every game mode they have, but add some newer ones.
True.
But yeah, that's pretty much my thoughts on the PvP, and yeah.
Another input on the PvP is when you like, cause we already know about the not the Vanguard, but the Warlock and Titan shields and stuff. What they did and what I didn't see anyone do on the land play event when it was displaying all the Crucible stuff is I didn't see a hunter have a defensive part or a defensive shield. But what I did see on Hunter is they added a new feature with the gunsling. The gunslinger class is basically like the last word. If any of y'all play Destiny 1, y'all know what the last word is. You can hip fire the gunslinger now, and it's the animation is like the last word from Destiny 1. And I think that's sweet because you can just hip fire kills now. You don't have to wait throughout the whole animation so you can get headshotted by someone trying as hard with a No Land Beyond or something. So you can just pop Goldie and then keep doing what you're doing.
Yeah, and another thing about the gunslinger, I don't know how much of an issue this is gonna be, but they gave the fucking gunslinger a shade step. You notice that? The fucking not only did they give it a shade step, yeah, they gave it a fucking, because there's actually actual gameplay of people that got to go actually play some PvP against other people, and basically the gunslinger ability, it allows you to fucking shade step and reload your fucking weapon. So your weapon will be all ready and reloaded by the time you do it. So you'll fucking be spraying a clip, get shot at. You don't even gotta fucking reload, so you'll be like out of ammo. Just have to quickly dodge, and there you go. You're ready to go.
That's definitely. Oh, excuse me. That's definitely my end up getting nerfed.
They definitely increased the cooldown though by a lot from what I've heard. But I personally won't know till it actually comes out. But I'm definitely looking forward to using all three classes, because that is definitely what I plan on doing.
True. My first class, to be honest, is gonna be the hunter with the the spear. But that's another thing I want to put my inputs on. When you use a hunter and you I don't think not that many people notice, but probably some people notice. They can put their inputs on is when you activate the spear or like the new version of the blade dance or whatever, you can dodge bullets now with the new spear. When it's over there hopping around and everything, that's just not for show. You can actually dodge bullets now, and I think that's pretty sweet. You can clutch around with just flipping and everything.
Yeah, I do like that they actually gave. They probably like made the hit boxes not as bad. That's why they made it more tighter and more actually onto the body so you can actually successfully dodge the shit. Because I noticed that one thing like with Shade Step, there's a few problems with it that where you could still kill them as they're shade stepping. Like people say, yeah, you got a full immunity. You really don't. Because all you gotta do is shoot where they're gonna fucking shade step, or
exactly
kill them before they initiate it. So shade step in itself isn't that overpowered. It's just the fact they gave it to a gunslinger class, which was already overpowered to begin with, personally. But then again, I'm not gonna lie, the Stormcaller didn't see a lot of love because it was one of the weaker subclasses, and then Sunsingers fucking went down the drain pretty recently, but I still like using the Sunsinger in Destiny personally. It's fun to use.
The only thing I did not see anyone use on the land, the opening for the land for Destiny 2, shoulder charge, and I'm actually pretty happy if they took shoulder charge out for Titans, because that's just a pain. I don't even know why they will keep shoulder charge for Titans in their game, because I'm pretty sure they know how many people raged over the shoulder charge when someone could just clutch, go around map charging up shoulder charge and just get shoulder charge out of nowhere. My next opinion I'm gonna put my 2 cents on is what I would like to see an improvement for Crucible. Like I don't want to see no like OP metas right off the back. I don't want to see. I already know that's not gonna be a one shot for shotguns. Now the sidearms on the other hand, I saw gameplay for the sidearms. I don't think they're gonna be too OP, but I think the new meta is gonna be the submachine guns. Like I mean the submachine guns are crap from long range, but once you get up close, it's just no telling what's gonna happen, because they drain your health so much.
But yeah, but that's the point in the submachine gun, though. It's to get up close and personal. Same thing with like hand cannon. Like their purpose was not to fucking pick people up across the map, fucking Hawkmoon. Yeah, submachine guns. I like the fact that they're giving it more like that, where they belong. Now another thing with the weapons, I don't want to see where they completely patch and nerf the weapons completely. Let's say like hand cannons become overpowered in PvP and nobody's noticing any problems in PvE. Don't fucking ruin the shit over in PvE. If the weapon is doing good and it's on its own, people are using it, don't fucking touch the stats and shit over there. Just mess with the stats in PvP, because if you fuck with both of those, then no one's gonna use the fucking weapon, let's be honest. That's why people fucking used like Thorn, Last Word, and everything else like that. Now, let's be honest, Last Word, you don't see anybody fucking run up into a raid with a Last Word hoping to actually get some shit done.
True.
Let's be honest. So, honestly, when they nerf the Last Word, you know, they could just nerf certain weapons or aspects in the weapons. Like, if they're not doing no harm in the PvE side, don't just fucking throw, I think is what you call like a blanket patch or some shit like that.
Yeah.
On the entire thing and just completely debunk the weapon. I don't want to see any, like you said before, like metas, like I don't want to see what I saw in the beginning of Destiny, where the Suros regime was the king of the Crucible. All auto rifles were king of the motherfucking Crucible. I want to see where everything is good in its range, where auto rifles can still somewhat win certain firefights and shit like that, but an auto rifle should not be able to outgun a scout rifle from a long range. Same thing as a scout rifle, depending on the skill of the user. A sniper rifle shouldn't be able to kill a motherfucker like literally across the map with a scout rifle and outgun when the dude's getting like shots and shots with a sniper rifle on the dude with a scout rifle.
Kind of like the Monte Carlo. Like if a Monte Carlo goes up against what's an OP scout rifle? I don't know, like an OP scout rifle, like Treads Upon Stars or something like that, with explosive rounds, or like the Trials scout rifle. So for some reason in Trials, the Monte Carlo most likely will win because of how much good of accuracy it has, and that little Monte Carlo attachment has.
Yeah, and that's because a lot of people like landing headshots, and it's really, really easy to land it. Now that was another problem as well. The accuracy for a lot of the exotic weapons that I've noticed are like really pinpoint and dead on, except for I think there's like a few weapons like the Necrochasm and the new Atheon's Epilogue, which is now an exotic. But the Thorn had a terrible fucking recoil, and they made it a lot worse when they released the patch. You know the one where they made the hand cannons fucking bounce all over the fucking place?
Yes. I was like, bro, why'd they just mess that up?
Now here's the thing, if you literally aim at your target's head and you were to shoot, it would not hit. It really wouldn't, because it was broken. The shots were broken. And same thing with Juggernaut Titans. How long did it take them to fix that? It took way too long. Like they need to, if they notice something's wrong and it's starting to really fuck up the community of PvP and shit like that, and start, you know, they notice that there's a problem. A lot of people using, like, if you don't use a Titan with Juggernaut, you're at a disadvantage. That shouldn't be a thing. Like, nobody should be at a disadvantage. They should be flexible in their own way, but not to the point that you'll be able to just completely outgun things out of your tier, I guess is what I should say.
Like, so what you're saying is they should have everything balanced right off the back, so they won't have to have all these new updates to worry about, you know, fixing all these guns and messing up the guns in PvP, but making them OP in PvE, or messing up the guns for PvE and making them OP for PvP. Like the Touch and Malice, I think that gun should have been balanced out for Crucible and PvE. That was a good balanced scout rifle.
Yeah, now with the Touch and Malice and things like that, like, that's not what I want to see, is that everything be balanced right off the bat. That's gonna be kind of hard. That's gonna be a lot of testing. It's gonna delay it too much. I'm not gonna lie, I don't want to see Destiny get delayed any longer. Now, I'm not gonna say that there's not gonna be any updates. There's not gonna be like any problems when launch comes out. I'm not gonna say there's not gonna be anything overpowered, but if there is any problems, Bungie should fix it a little bit quicker than like 6 months.
Like in-game updates.
Like, yeah, like 6 months down the road, I think it took like it took like 6 months to get rid of the Juggernaut Titan bullshit.
Yeah, and it was
Never
still
caught
OP
on.
because even if it was still active, you would headshot it and the shield would still be up there. It doesn't make
Yeah.
any sense how OP it was. Now that's enough for Crucible because there's a lot of flaws that I would like to not see in Destiny 2 that I really think that they're fixing. But let's go over the strikes, like the new strike playlist and all the Nightfall playlists and the raid playlists. Like you can actually like match make Nightfalls now. Like if you're playing like a lone wolf or something, you don't have to wait for your friends to get home from school or get home from work or something. You can actually go match make with a whole different clan for Nightfalls and raids now. Like I think that's them putting that in there saved Destiny, to be honest. 'Cause a lot of new people
Yeah.
can come back to Destiny and everything.
Yeah, with the Nightfalls, I do like how they added the matchmaking and things like that. Now, the thing that really kind of bums me out with is that they did not raise. I don't know if they did or didn't, but I'm pretty sure they did not raise the Nightfall or story missions to 4 players. I would have loved to see 4
True.
players because, let's be honest. But then again, there's only 3 subclasses, so it makes a little bit of sense why there's only 3. But I would have loved to have seen 4 players and seen increase the difficulty as more player joins, and see the chaos just fucking unravel. Now with Nightfalls, I want them to be rewarding. That's all I want from a Nightfall is for it to be rewarding. Okay,
Good
that's
loot. The
all I
RNG
want from
system
it.
needs to
And
be way better this year for Destiny 2. The RNG system was not
Oh,
that
yeah.
good at all for Destiny
RNG
1.
just needs a fucking bat to the back of his head.
No, I'm not
Yeah,
saying drop
not-
OP exotics like for the first week, even though that's what they might do just for the launch week for Destiny 2. I'm not telling them just to give everyone higher chances for exotics, just to not like if you already have like an OP exotic for the submachine gun, don't give it to them again. I think they should have, if you have an exotic, you shouldn't get the roll again. Cause that's stupid, because it's crazy how many icebergers I got for year 1 on Destiny, or on many how Gallowhorns I got. That was just ridiculous.
Yeah, that wasn't my biggest problem with the Nightfalls. My biggest problem was fucking strange coins, and sometimes very, very shitty, like, legendaries. Now, yeah, it takes a long time to work up light sometimes, but here's the thing. If I go ahead and sit through a strike for about a good... Because normally, Nightfall strikes... And the Nightfall strikes we're going to be doing will probably take like an hour, or probably a little bit more.
Yeah.
I want to be rewarded for my time. I don't want legitimately 1 strange coin and a blue engram. I shit you not. I have received that shit from a Nightfall, and I was not the happiest camper at that point in time.
Yeah, I
Not
wouldn't
gonna lie
either.
to you.
Doing all that, an hour worth of work, and you get a strange coin and a blue engram. That was back when RNG
That's
system
only
used to be
happened
horrible.
once though, but I don't know. Maybe it was some bullshit that happened. But it was the first time I've ever seen. I've never seen it again. But that's probably the worst reward I've ever received from a Nightfall.
I
But
feel you.
with strikes, I have seen some gameplay on a 1 strike, and it actually looks really, really good. Like the boss has 3 stages of health. The arena looks pretty nice too. Like it's covered in like this mist and shit like that. Like I think it's like mist, and it's like underground and all that. And then it's like a giant minotaur. Now here's the thing I do want to see with like just straight up strikes in general, is I want to see a lot of new shit, a lot of badass stuff. Not like the same old like wave after wave. Yep, I made it here. Time to go kill all the same waves of enemies and shit like that. Same enemy placement, all this other bullshit. When you go in through a game, I want to see different placements of enemies when you're running through. So that's what I like. There were modifiers that did that, but not gonna lie, you shouldn't have a modifier to change enemy placement. That should already be something that should be implemented into your strike. Then mix it up, change it up. And when there's a strike, you shouldn't just strictly stay like, yeah, it would make sense, if it's a Cabal strike, it's, you throw some Cabal in there, but you should, like, near the end of Destiny's when they started to really throw different types of enemies in there, like the Taken, which had all different types of fucking cool shit, which I really liked, and I would like to see more of that implemented in the Destiny Strikes. Now, I don't want to see Destiny Strikes revamped
Oh yeah,
into
that's
Taken.
like,
That was kind of lazy. That was pretty lazy. Like, I'm not gonna lie, they did add like 1 or 2 strikes, I believe, into the Taken King DLC. But I would have loved to have seen more and not just have every single strike revamped. And you can't play the old version anymore either because it's just Taken. Like, they need to allow you to play either or, no matter what your light level is.
true. And I know what you talk about with revamped strikes and them being lazy. Like the Undying Mind, they revamped that I think for every single DLC that came out. They had that for Taken King, House of Wolves. They had that for almost every DLC, but it was just remastered and
Yeah.
like in a different way. But
Now, with
the last thing is Trials. I think Trials in Destiny 2 is just gonna be way more balanced, way more like tactical for the teams. Meaning how like you can split up the map with two goes left or two goes right, or one go left, one go right, and two goes mid. And with the new with all the subclasses and stuff, you can have all hunters, or you can just have a balanced run of hunters and a balanced run of warlocks. Like one run warlock and one run hunter, and then the other two run defender bubbles and stuff. Like people can work up good tactics for Trials. And I can't pull the video up right now on screen, but if you look at the reveal video for Destiny 2, like the reveal trailer, at the last part of it, they shows like some gold ancient armor, like with wings on his back and stuff. It's not like an ornament, but I would say it's like something like the Destiny 1 ornaments, but it's not glowy and stuff. It's more like, it looks more realistic and everything. I would say the Destiny 2 ornaments was definitely revealed in a trailer. I will be the first to try to acknowledge the fact that they did that.
Yeah, with the ornaments, I do hope they keep that, and I hope they do that with a lot more different pieces of armor, because I do like the core armor set and then having more ways to change it up. And I would like to see where you're not really restricted by gear, like where they have the infusions, where you can still look badass and not have to have like a weird ass looking chest piece and a creepy, not really cool looking helmet. I would like to have what I want to wear. So I really do hope they keep the infusions and shit like that. Now with Trials, I would like to see a few things like, I'm not gonna lie, I'm not the best at Trials. I would like to see, you know,
Better matchmaking.
Probably yeah, definitely better matchmaking, probably like with skill. And apparently there's a thing called ELO or EVO, right? Where
Yeah,
it
Elo.
shows like ELO, and how good you are at Trials and shit like that.
I didn't know they had that
Honestly,
until
they
Destiny
should
2, like the year 2. I mean,
Yeah. Oh yeah, they should definitely match make you, or at least attempt to match make you. Like that should be the first thing to look for, is people at your ELO, and then work off of that. And then if they can't find anybody there, then go up one, just go up a little bit, and you know it might increase the matchmaking a little bit, but it's better than just getting fucking destroyed by like streamers that are out now and things like that. Like
And
that's my
Pooch.
biggest problem, because yeah, like with when year 3, I'm not gonna lie, haven't gone flawless because we keep running into shit like that.
sure.
And it's
Seventh one.
frustrating, and it kind of ruins. It really does kind of ruin the experience of playing Trials, because you keep on trying and trying and trying to get to the lighthouse, and then you run into famous streamers that come in and fuck you dead in your ass. It's not
Another thing I think they need to fix is the Trials carries. People who are too lazy to do stuff on their own, that would be paying $50 just for other people to carry them. I think that's unfair, because then they just give the person with the lowest elo, you know, to get matched up with people like us, and then like the people that's carrying them has like a 2400 elo, and they just run through us because they're carrying some scrub that can't get the Trials on his own, like someone who hasn't won Trials. I think if you have never won Trials in Destiny 1 in year 1, and if you've been playing all 3 years, I think that just says you just need to give up that Crucible. Like, not trying to be mean, but who hasn't went flawless before in Destiny 1? If you absolutely been trying, and like your primary area is like Crucible related, then I'm pretty sure you've went flawless, and nobody wants to get matched up with someone that's getting carried, because that's just a waste of time. Like, you're over here trying your hardest, but this one kid can just sit back in the behind the map and let these other 2 people rush you, and you just get messed up with sidearms and everything. So I just would not like to see someone to get carried. I think they need to look more into that. I know they can't tell if someone getting carried because, you know, they can't control all the PayPal and all of that, but I just think they, you know, like you said, have better matchmaking for trials and for all the ornaments. But that's gonna be it for today for the Destiny 2 review video. I would like to thank my friend Bloodfeeder for talking with me for Destiny 2. If you would like to see some more of these videos in the future, it's gonna be way more of these videos in the future because the beta definitely comes out in like 2-3 weeks. It's either coming out towards the end of June, or wait, that's not 2 or 3 weeks, a couple weeks towards the end of June or in the beginning of July. So if you like this video, smack that like button. Thank you, Bloodfeeder, for coming to talk with me. This has been a Destiny 2 review video. There's plenty more where this came from. It's been your boy Goonspeak. Peace.
Get a deal, but I'm ballin'. I came from nothing to something like it's nothing. Yeah, you know I done it. That is no discussion, bitch. I'm ballin'. I made a promise to my mom.